Gender analysis provides information on gender gaps and inequalities, as well as the reasons behind them. It makes the invisible visible and puts question marks on the actual status of women and men as an essential first step in mainstreaming gender in policies and programs. Analysing a given situation through a gender perspective consists in analysing this situation in a country or locality within the context of the international and national gender equality commitments. Are women and men enjoying their rights? Do states guarantee human rights? Identifying, collecting, producing, where necessary, and analysing quantitative and qualitative gender data to identify and understand inequalities. For instance, time use surveys are largely based on quantitative, sex-disaggregated statistics on the time women and men spend for specific activities, such as care work and domestics work, over a specified period. Asking key questions related to 5 main areas. Roles. What do women and men actually do? How does this change across the life cycle? Access to and control over resources and decision-making. Who has the final say in how resources are used? Structures. How are women's and men's needs and interests recognized or excluded by institutions and structures, such as governments, markets, and services? To what extent do women have a voice in these structures and the decision-making in these institutions? Power. Who has the power to enforce their needs and interests on others? How are power imbalances and inequalities justified, and how do people come to see them as normal and natural? Discourse. How are men and women and relations between the sexes understood? What values and attitudes do we hold about men and women and gender relations? How are gender roles and identities formed and reproduced? We are analysing how to remedy inequalities. For instance, raise awareness about the need to share the care responsibilities between girls and boys, women and men, remove gender stereotypes in textbooks, promote non-traditional careers for women and men, etc. In conducting gender analysis, gender statistics play a crucial role in measuring the situation on inequalities and differences between women and men and changes over time. Concerning GRB, gender statistics are used to analyse the gendered impact of budgetary decisions or measure the performance of government programmes and policies through key performance indicators, KPIs. The KPIs can be introduced when formulating the budget and measuring progress towards desired outputs and outcomes. While outcomes refer to the impact of government on gender equality in different sectors, outputs are the services and goods planned and delivered to achieve these gender outcomes. Outputs can be measured by a series of gender-sensitive key performance indicators on the cost or duration of a service or access, coverage, etc. Under the 2030 Development Agenda, countries developed gender-sensitive indicators to measure progress towards the targets of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. They also committed to improve their production and use of gender data. Budget for equality, budget for women and men.